Well, what a day that this one here. Looks like a little bit of thing here. No, it's just this dice is too thin to still too thin to walk here. Today I'm going to be talking about my remarks on rumors of Sony's return to handheld systems. Um, I think ever since the Vita was launched here, I think which was about I don't know 10 years ago. I think the handheld department has changed quite a bit. I mean, the handhelds are right now becoming blurring the lines between a handheld and a console here. Which right now I have a Switch and I'm gonna end up getting a GPT-1 4. Yeah, I have a GPT-1 3, but there was problems that the GPT-1 4 fixed. The keyboard, the screen, and I heard there's a little bit of a little mini touchpad where your thumbs are here. That here, maybe they could fix it by like you can program the L button for the trigger, L button to as a left mouse click or anything like that. But hopefully, or maybe one of these little D-pads that does that click here. But anyway, we're going to be talking about Sony's new handhelds of rumors that are coming out here. Let me say this. What killed the Vita is primarily the memory cards. Sony's, what really drove me out of this is, the PlayStation Vita memory cards, they're still too high price a day. And I'm now seeing 8 gigabyte memory cards, and I saw one for $70. And I'm like, yeah, you gotta be, I mean, they're probably keeping on the PS3 up and the Vita up here. But I think with Sony, let's take a look back. The Vita flopped. I mean, it's primarily because of these stupid cards that coming out. They're just slow. They just they cost an arm and a leg for a card, and they never dropped in price, which is right now saying that the PlayStation Vita is more or less probably like a Game Boy, where you have to rebuy the games and like this here. But ultimately, these memory cards are what killed the system, and they're probably too ahead of its time. I'm not sure about this here. Well, the 3DS, it worked here. The 3DS was successful, and because the 3DS got it right. They got it right with using micro SD cards or SD cards. That's just what Nintendo did the smart thing to do, and they're smart enough to do to the Nintendo Switch. Although the next Nintendo Switch, they should offer like more than one memory card slots, so you can and maybe perhaps add a second USB port on the top of the Switch, so I can plug in either maybe a third. So I could probably plug in another peripheral or even perhaps an external storage device, so you don't have to worry about re-downloading your stuff. And yeah, Nintendo needs to do better in storage and like this here. But here's what I like to see for Sony for the handheld systems. I like to see the Switch-like function where you can dock the handheld and plug it into your, and it up comes with your TV here. I have to say mainly that the PlayStation 5, they could use a PS4 or PS5 type system here, and I think they could do a PS4 tablet that has a Switch-like function, where you can even remote play your PS5 from home. And also they would keep, kind of the PS4 going for like a few years. And then Sony could offer to make a PS5 hybrid system, in which you can, and also it allows you to stick a modular disk drive into the system. And, keep in mind, Blu-ray drives nowadays, I mean, they're not that expensive at all. And you can buy these portable, plug it into your PS5 hybrid, and you can actually play your PS5 games anywhere, anytime, anywhere. That would be an awesome system. But Sony needs to not use proprietary cards. That's something that cannot be done here. I mean, we've seen it with the, I'm not sure, more or less, they had those memory sticks that Sony used here. I don't think it's that proprietary because devices other than the PSP uses memory sticks. But yeah, I think memory stick is not too proprietary because it's Sony's own formats and it's used on other devices as well. But then it become a competition between Sony's memory sticks versus the SD cards. They were competitive, and actually the SD cards is once. The screen 1080p handheld mode. It's gonna have to be. It's gonna be a set. It's gonna be a. It's gonna have to be standard 1080p screen. Yeah, and you know what? By the way, the GPD Win 4 has a 1080p screen, and I think that's what Sony should do on their handheld system. So that's sort of the basic things here a Sony could do. Shrink the PS4 chips down to a point so you can be able to make a PS4 tablet handheld hybrid. That's what Sony should do if they're making a handheld systems. Because the PS5 is backwards compatible with the PS4 is backwards compatible with the PS5. It makes it more fluidity between console and handheld. So this is where this is how I want Sony to make their handheld system here. So yeah, that's it for the Sony's handheld. And another boy things here. I'm hearing thing about Soulja Boy. Yeah, we're gonna finish off with Soulja Boy. You know what, Soulja Boy? I mean, just stop making those rip-off consoles. I mean, even if it's the legality issues, yes, you're ripping off the Xbox One, the PS. Okay, this is where you're gonna draw the lines. Now, yes, the GPD has kind of gone inspirations from the classic PSP as the design of the GPD Win 4. That's one thing. But what's Soulja Boy's done by ripping off their console shapes and cosmetics and stuff, that's a ripoff. The Xbox, One X here, and they're making it like the Xbox One X and they're also making it like the PS4 and like that. Yeah, that's what I call a ripoff, and this is what Soulja Boy is doing. And yeah, it's just nothing but just a small Raspberry Pi chip, and maybe a couple things outside of a big shell that looks like a box here. So you know what, Soulja Boy, screw you. I ain't buying your products. I already saw it. And so you get blocked. I already blocked you, Soulja Boy. And I'll find your channels and you'll be blocking. And he's blocked Review Tech USA. I blocked him. He's, that's what I have to say. JD out. And yeah,